Hey everyone, thanks for joining me for a long overdue Voxel engine update video. Due to a high workload, I haven't been able to work on it much for the past 2 weeks or so, but I do have some cool things to show you. Last update video, people noticed that caves weren't showing ambient occlusion correctly, and that it just kind of made it look flat. So I went ahead and fixed that to just work no matter what the light level. All I did was make ambient occlusion change the color value rather than the light value at each vertex, and now it looks a whole lot better, and you can definitely make out the ambient occlusion even with the flashlight or the handheld torch active. It should just make everything a lot easier to navigate, things like that. Also tweaked the triangle merging algorithms a little bit because it was really hard to get triangles to merge when there's so many properties that it depends on, such as the light levels, the ambient occlusion levels, the color of the vertex, all that. It just took a lot of work, but I think I've finally got it at least mostly bug-free. You'll notice that even blocks that have ambient occlusion on them are merging with each other. It all just depends on like several if statement comparisons. It's not really too complicated, but it does make a big performance difference. You'll probably see that there's a lot of non-merged triangles, especially at these corners. Nothing I can do about that. It has to do with the ambient occlusion. It does hurt performance a little bit, but it's still better than not having triangle merging at all. So I'm still pretty happy with it. You'll also notice that the font, you probably didn't notice, but the font looks better, and that's just because I actually wrote a font engine, and it kind of works now. The parentheses are screwed up. Other than that, it's okay. Anyways, so I'll draw your attention to the bottom of the screen where I have this little quick bar. If you've played Minecraft, then you'll notice this is similar. And there's also a left hand and right hand indicator that tells you what you're holding. So depending on which button you click, the left mouse or the right mouse, that will use whatever is in that hand. So what I can do is I can go to the new inventory screen that this is basically what I've been working on. And you can select which hand you want to hold what item, like copper in one hand, caminite in the other hand, and then you can just interchange them without having to keep switching between your items. And if you've ever played Skyrim, or at least for the PC version, you've probably heard of the mod SkyUI. That's what I based the design of this off of. SkyUI has a cool filter option. It tells you all these different categories that you can select from. I have all items, blocks, weapons, armors, consumables, materials, and miscellaneous. I obviously don't have anything but blocks right now, but that's definitely subject to change. Anyways, the way the quick bar works is you mouse over items, and then you can just press the number keys, and they will go down to your quick bar. I need to make it a little prettier. The whole UI is pretty much just a basic rough draft of what it's going to look like, because it's pretty ugly right now. I'll probably just get someone who's good at art to help me make a better one, but it is functional. And the way the filter works is you just type in what you want. Say I want some kind of ore vein, I can just type vein and it'll display only the ore veins. You just pretty much filter out what you don't want. Tells you the key bindings for each, it tells you their type, value, weight, name. Of course all this is subject to change, and it tells you which hand is holding it. So if I put, let's see, torch, if I put torchlight in my 5th slot, then now if I press the 5 key, it'll highlight at the bottom, you'll see, and that gives me a window of opportunity to click one of my mouse buttons, and depending on which mouse button I click is where it will be bound to. So I can bind it to either hand fairly quickly. I think it's a pretty good setup. It's just going to make, I actually got the idea for dual wielding from a mod from Minecraft, and it just makes it a lot easier to build and stuff, so you don't have to keep switching between all these items. And you can also have like a weapon in one hand and then a block in another, or something like that. So yeah, that's about it. Had a really busy week, so I haven't been able to program at all really, and next week this week I have exams, so I'm probably actually not going to be working on the game for at least a week and a half, so you'll just have to be patient with me. Once this is over, I'll definitely get to spend a lot more time on it, make things prettier, just tweak the inventory and then actually make it to where you can pick up blocks, because right now you still can't pick up blocks. They just kind of fall to pieces. So I will be working on this more. Stay tuned, guys. Trying to think if there's anything I missed to tell you. I think that's pretty much everything. You'll notice there's some textures missing and stuff. I still got to deal with that. But if you guys have any suggestions for the look of the user interface or the features, like if there should be different categories or if you think there should be some different functionality, feel free to let me know and in the comments, and I will consider any changes. Thanks for watching, guys. Stay tuned and peace out.